I like otters. They're cool. Hi, my name is Lina. I'm a 23-year-old person from Rhodes, Greece. I came to the Netherlands when I was 19 years old to study games, and now I am a game artist.
So I'm Beyza, I'm 23 years old and I'm from Rotterdam. I'm studying game design, also coming from Bureaus, interning as narrative designer at KeokeN.
Somewhat of a long story, but I guess long story short, the thing that really inspired me was my childhood. Ever since I was a kid, I just really had this insatiable need to just understand things. I loved how beautiful things were, and cartoons and media that I just consumed that were from early 90s or late 90s, early 2000s really inspired me, like Powerpuff Girls. And then later on, I was watching a lot of DreamWorks movies. Originally, I wanted to be a concept artist, actually. Yes, yeah. I wanted to be a concept artist. And I never really understood 3D, I guess, as a field. It wasn't something that really passed through my mind. And because I started getting to know more people in the concept art fields, I ended up asking hey, how did you make this? And then they said, oh, 3D. So all of a sudden I was like, wow, you can do this? This is really cool. I had zero experience, by the way. I came to the Netherlands fresh out of culinary school as well, because I was a culinary artist at first. And I jumped into a field that I had zero knowledge about, and here I am today at KeokeN, continuing to do what I love.
Before I knew about the existence of game design and development, I was a graphic designer first years ago. And before that, I always had an interest in game design in general. I also grew up making small little games on the internet and crafting little stuff and creating environments and little worlds for people to experience at the age of 10 already. So I didn't know about the existence of game design, and the moment I knew about it, I kind of speedrun the entire graphic design stuff so I could do game design after. So it just really intrigued me forever since childhood. So it started years ago, literally when I was just starting off with game design. I was doing 3D art back then, also 5 years ago or something. And I found KeokeN through the internet, and I think you guys are still developing Deliver Us the Moon. And I still am, I was back then, and I still am very much into space and stuff. So the art and everything of it just compelled me, and I wanted to join it, and I sent a few emails. Didn't work out back then, but I kept track of it. I tried again years later, and finally here. So
I basically found KeokeN about a couple years ago. This was when I believe we were still working on Tropical Trouble at the time, because we both worked together on a game. And I am a huge fan of science fiction or space and stuff like that, and I was just looking at Dutch game companies, and I saw KeokeN listed. It looked really cool, and I'm also part of Women in Games. I like going to some of the events, and I had met Julia there. We talked, and she mentioned KeokeN. I was like, oh wait, yeah, I know this company, and I just started looking more and more into KeokeN, completely fell in love with at least how the company dynamic appeared to be online. I was basically stalking the company for a while on LinkedIn. And then Julia messaged me and was like, Lina, it's happening. I was like, what's happening? And I was literally crying, and because I've been so passionate about getting into this company for about a couple of years now, and here I am learning stuff and doing things, and I'm very happy, to say the least. I would say anybody or any woman or person that has definitely come from a background where games or just education is not as accessible in a field like this. You know, I came from a country where there really is non-existent anything for game design. And I left home to come to the Netherlands and do this. So I really respect people that will put their dreams above anything, to just do it. You know, follow your dreams. That's something that I've learned in my life, and people that do the same really inspire me, especially this one friend of mine from, she's Lithuanian Russian, very much inspires me. She's a very passionate person, so yeah.
For me, it's not really a specific person, more so as I am a person who is very passionate about narrative design and world building and all that. I'd say just more specifically maybe the narrative designers from indie games, more specifically maybe even Disco Elysium. Just being able to let's say provoke emotions that players or somehow compel them or tell a story to them and kind of drag them into your own world. So I want to become that. I want to give that to the players as well. So I kind of look up to them for being able to do that.
Wow. It's very beautiful.
Okay.
It's very beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next videos.
What she said.
Yeah.
Wasn't so hard, right?
Yes, it was.